Hello, Scorpio. My name is Michelle and welcome to my channel, The Signs of Tarot. I'm an intuitive tarot reader out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are an existing subscriber, thank you so much for being part of the Signs of Tarot tribe. And if you're new to the channel, I'm thrilled that you found us here on YouTube. Please think about hitting that subscribe button, and I certainly hope some of the messages you hear today resonate with you. As we know, all messages can't resonate with everybody, but lately I've been posting every day, posting weekly zodiac horoscope taroscopes and weekend taroscopes, and I'm doing some deep dives into this tarot cards with some videos so that people can learn how to read and interpret tarot on their own. And without further ado, I'm just going to dive right into your reading right now, Scorpio. It is the end of May, but whenever you stumble upon this video, that is when you're supposed to see these and hear these messages. I start off all of my readings with the Oracle of the Wisdom of the Trees because I just feel it gives such a connection to the Earth, Mother Gaia, and the center, power center of all of us, which is the center core of the Earth. I picked for you today the European Beach. You know, this card doesn't come up all the time. In fact, I don't think I've read this card probably in months. But this is a very, very special root system and a very special tree because it makes an abundance of nuts, and these nuts feed different animals throughout the winter. What's kind of cool about those nuts too is that they are created and made into different types of coffees throughout the year. But what I love for this card on a metaphysical level is that sandwiched here amongst the leaves and the nuts that the animals eat all winter is a feather. Feathers to me are a connection to the divine, a connection. And when you see a feather, you're supposed to stop, and whatever you're thinking about at that precise moment, the divine is helping you cope or helping you get through the hurt or helping give you a message from a loved one. To me, divine ancestry comes through with feathers. So those that are crossed over, those loved ones, your spirit guides, and your family members that are no longer with us here on the 3D, but watching over you on the 5D are with you. So whenever you see a feather, that's what that means. So let's dive right into your reading, Scorpio. I think I'm going to use the OK Tarot to begin the reading. I love this deck. All of the cards are so simply created, but their messages come through, God, like a hammer right on my head. It is a beautiful day in Las Vegas, and I hope wherever you are watching this from, it's beautiful for you there too. Okay, I'm going to take the bottom of the deck for your first card, Strength in Reverse. Two of Swords, Ten of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Emperor, Hanged Man. Okay, I'm just assessing these cards really fast, Scorpio. It's definitely interesting energy coming through on these cards. When we open up any reading with the Strength in Reverse, usually the sign of Leo in the traditional tarot, it's the girl prying the mouth of the lion open. In this card, it's an arm with a heart in the reverse. Tells me that you are not confident that you may find love soon, or that you are not confident in your current partnership or relationship, or maybe there's a little bit of a lack of confidence going on with yourself and your abilities. Whenever we get the Strength in Reverse, it's always about inner reflection of strength and confidence. And you know, that's a tough card to get at the opening of your read, Scorpio. So let's dive into the rest of the cards to see why you're feeling a little bit upside down right now, or not feeling the courage you need to step forward into something, or looking at the Two of Swords next to it, it seems to me that you don't have the courage or confidence right now to make a decision, and you are wavering on a decision. You know, the Swords in Reverse talk about a mind versus heart decision, and that there's a lot of conflict with this decision. It's not an easy decision. Now, this could be in work, it could be deciding on 2 jobs, it could be deciding on talking to a superior about a coworker, it could be deciding to talk to a superior about wanting more money or a raise. It absolutely could be about work. But I'm feeling a little bit more, because of the cards below it, that this is a love situation. I'm feeling really intuitively, deeply that if you are in a current relationship, whether it is a new relationship or a long-term existing relationship, I feel something has happened between the two of you and you are afraid to speak up. And that puts you in a very different place than you typically are, Scorpio, to where you very much speak your mind, your emotions, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you lay it down on the table. But something is holding you back. I don't know what your significant other did. I don't know if it was a small, tiny white lie, a little omission of something, or if it was downright something big and dirty and something that really needs to be addressed for you to move your relationship to the next level or to move further. But I have to think it was something a little bit bigger, because to the right of the Two of Swords in reverse is the Ten of Wands, which is burdens. I mean, something happened between the two of you that is not a typical thing in our day-to-day life that we just let go and move on to the next situation. This is really plaguing you. This is really on your mind, in your heart, and in your soul. There's something that took place between the two of you, where a secret was revealed that you know, that your partner doesn't know that you know. It's something that you have to really say, hey, we need to talk. And I just intuitively feel that the two of you have a pretty open, communicative relationship. But whatever happened, it's really put you for a tailspin, and that you yourself are unsure a little bit about how you're feeling and how to move forward with this situation. But it's plaguing you. To get the Ten of Wands, that's a burden. I mean, it's something that you're thinking about. So again, I don't know your situation, and put yourself where you belong in this story. But if you need to talk to your partner, your significant other, or if it's a family member or a sibling or a child about something that they did, you really need to get it off your chest, because this is not something that is just going away with a few days and on to the next thing. It's really causing a burden. And I have to think it's with a loved one, only because the heart on the Strength in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse, that's usually a mind versus heart decision. And that usually happens with a partner. I mean, I think intuitively, Scorpio, are you afraid to speak your mind? Because you're afraid of what the reaction will be. You know, right here in the center of the reading here is the Emperor. And if your significant other takes on the persona of the Emperor, whether it's a guy or a girl, the Emperor comes across as somebody who doesn't do things wrong. The Emperor sometimes exudes a little bit of a narcissistic platform of I can do no wrong, and the things I do are correct. And that might be what is intimidating. That's the word I've been looking for this entire reading. You are somewhat intimidated to bring up what is upsetting you to your significant other. Okay? But the truth of the matter is, if you carry that inside of you, it's going to cause digestive issues. It's going to cause anxiety and depression and sadness. And every day you keep this discussion inside of you, it puts a wedge in between you and your significant other. The most successful relationships out there are all based upon honest and truthful communication. Even if sometimes that truthful, honest communication is tough to get off your chest, tough to hear. And add in that you're intimidated and afraid of the reaction of your partner, I can understand. But it's not going away. This is really all about communication. Okay, the Knight of Wands is usually very a passion-driven knight. You know, sometimes it's in a quick love reading, it's an overnight, one-night stand, it's a weekend, it's a fling, it's an affair, when it's put into that bucket. But the Knight of Wands is also an aha moment, an idea for work, an entrepreneurial spirited idea, something new and something different. It comes into your mind super fast, and you're like, oh my gosh, this could revolutionize what I do for a living, okay? Maybe an idea came to your mind, and you're afraid to express that to a boss, okay? And maybe you saw something online with your significant other, with somebody else. Even if it was just a photo of a bunch of work people, but they were standing a little bit too close, or maybe somebody liked or put a heart on one of their posts, something quick, something with passion. And maybe that's what needs to come off your chest to talk to your significant other. You know, right underneath the Ten of Wands, we have the Hangman, sign of Pisces, sign of Virgo. Doesn't have to be in those signs, can be in your chart, can be in your significant other's chart. You are really in your fucking head about this. Okay, when you put yourself in the Hangman mode, you're purposely taking yourself out of the game to think about something. It's a moment of pause. It's a moment of reflection. You know, the Hangman is what I call the puzzle piece. It's when you're working on a puzzle for 5 hours, you can't find the piece that you're looking for. You leave the room for a few hours and you come back and it's right there, right in front of your eyes. The puzzle piece card, the Hangman, takes you out of the moment so that you can see things clearly. So maybe you're taking a moment of pause. Maybe you've jumped the gun on what you saw or what you feel, and that is okay if you take a pause to really reflect before you speak up. But I'm telling you, the Ten of Wands is going to cause you anguish if you don't get this off your chest. Okay, Scorpio, I'm going to leave that scenario aside right now. I'm going to pull a couple of other cards, see what we can get. Strange reading, I know, but it all comes down to communication. And I got to read exactly what the cards tell me. That's my oath to tarot. I'm going to take a couple more cards here. Okay, we've got a lot of reversal here. The Ace of Swords is a mistruth. Somebody lied to you or you think somebody's lying to you. Justice in reverse is just that. You feel that there's a complete imbalance of what's going on, that you absolutely feel that somebody lied to you. And then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of, you are in your head. Swords are all about mental anguish, head versus heart decision, communication, intellect. Intellect plus communication means the internet. I'm sticking with the fact that I think you saw something on the internet that really has you up in your head, okay? And that you are now questioning your significant other's truthfulness to you about where they were at a certain time. When I get that Justice card in reverse, to me that's also a time card. So I feel like there was a block of time that the two of you weren't together, and now you're questioning where that time was spent. You know, as these cards have unfolded, Scorpio, I think that this is a little bit deeper than what I initially thought. I think that there's something very much on your mind. And for the health and the wellness of this relationship, and for the health and the wellness of your mind and your body and your soul, you need to get to the bottom of this. This is not truth. This is untruthful. We have the Two of Swords. We have many swords in reverse, which talks about lying by omission, lying about time, lying about something, keeping something hidden, keeping something inside. You know, lying by omission is one of those tricky communications because, well, I didn't say anything, therefore it doesn't exist. That's not true. When you're in a relationship and somebody's holding back something that they really need to share with you, that is a lie, even though it's a lie by omission. Scorpio, sorry for the tough read, but I gotta keep it raw, I gotta keep it real. Something's going on that you feel intuitively, down to your soul, that there's something off. And you're just gonna have to sit down and get to the bottom of this, no matter how uncomfortable it is for you. Because whatever you say, and even if you say it in a loving and kind manner, and say, hey, I'm really confused by this situation, can we talk about it? The body language and the way your significant other responds to that, the more kind you are to talk about it, the response you get will tell you all, okay? Going back to our initial European beach here, with the feather, your ancestors are guiding you to do this, and there could be some downloads from your ancestors, your significant loved ones that have crossed over are trying to communicate with you. This may or may not resonate with all Scorpios out there. I wish you guys all the best all the time, and I hope things are going well for you. Drop me a comment if you can. Hit that subscribe button. But more so, Scorpio, you've got to take care of your health. And when you bottle things inside, when you don't express yourself because fear is what's holding you back from expressing yourself, nothing healthy can come from that. Not from your relationship, not from your level of trust, and not from your mind, body, and soul, okay? God bless you, and namaste.